it's an incredible privilege to be a part of this.
A major milestone marked in Miami, the first microchip backed by Elon Musk.
This morning, what could be a game changer for people living with severe physical disabilities.
Before getting the implant, you couldn't be alone without help for more than half an hour at a time.
Elon Musk revealing a second patient has been implanted with Neuralink.
What if the final frontier was not space, but the human mind? What if the line between man and machine vanished? What if the very thoughts in a person's head could be connected to the digital world, not by their hands, but by their mind alone? These are no longer questions of science fiction. They are the questions of our time, brought to the forefront by a company called Neuralink. Founded by visionary entrepreneur Elon Musk, Neuralink is a name that evokes both awe and apprehension. For some, it represents the future of medicine, a new horizon for treating neurological disorders. For others, it is a step toward a transhumanist ideal that challenges our very definition of humanity. And for many in the faith community, this technology is a chilling echo of an ancient warning, a prophecy whispered for 2 millennia. Tonight, this documentary will investigate the technology behind Neuralink, examine its stated ambitions and its hidden challenges, and then, with sobriety and depth, compare it to the biblical prophecy of the mark of the beast. The goal is not to declare a verdict, but to provide clarity and to arm a person with the wisdom needed to discern the truth in a world of breathtaking innovation and profound spiritual stakes. To understand Neuralink, we must first understand its core technology. At its heart, it's a brain-computer interface, or BCI. Imagine a system that acquires and analyzes your brain signals, your thoughts and intentions, and then translates them into commands that are relayed to a device. The current device, the N1 implant, is a marvel of miniaturization. It's a coin-sized wireless device that is surgically placed under the scalp, making it cosmetically invisible once healed. It's powered by a small onboard battery that you can wirelessly recharge from the outside, meaning there are no external wires or physical connections. The human story of this new frontier begins with a man named Noland Arbaugh. 8 years ago, a diving accident left him paralyzed below the shoulders, robbing him of his independence. He relied on a mouthstick to painstakingly poke at a computer screen, a slow and cumbersome process that offered limited freedom. His nights were often a struggle, with unscratchable itches and the constant need for assistance with basic tasks like getting a drink of water. Following his implantation in January 2024, as part of the PRIME study, Arbaugh's world underwent a dramatic transformation. The Link implant enabled him to control a cursor on a computer screen and play video games using only his thoughts. In a live video demonstration, he described the profound change, stating, "It's given me the ability to do things on my own again." This is the public face of Neuralink, a company devoted to restoring dignity and independence to those who have lost it. But the story of Neuralink is more complex than it first appears. In the weeks following the initial surgery, a number of the N1 implant's delicate threads retracted from his brain. This resulted in a net decrease in the number of effective electrodes, which severely reduced the implant's performance and functionality. Noland himself described the emotional toll of this experience, stating, "It was really bad. I was getting it all taken away from me." The profound biblical parallel to this technology is not in its medical promise, but in its broader philosophical ambition. The company's founder, Elon Musk, has been open about his ultimate goal, not merely to fix what is broken, but to fundamentally upgrade humanity itself. This vision is rooted in a philosophical movement known as transhumanism, which advocates for the enhancement of the human condition by developing technologies to overcome fundamental human limitations. Musk has articulated this vision through what he calls a 3-layer model of the mind: the limbic system, emotions, the cortex, reasoning, and a future digital layer. In his view, the real challenge for humanity is not building better machines, but giving humans the bandwidth to keep up with them, a problem he refers to as the input-output bottleneck between the brain and digital devices. Neuralink is framed as the solution to this, a way to align the collective will of humanity with the tools it is creating, and ultimately, to merge human consciousness with the power of artificial intelligence. The company's ambitions are not abstract. One of its most striking projects is the development of a device called Blind Sight, which has received breakthrough device designation from the FDA. This technology is designed to restore vision in individuals who have lost it, even those with non-functioning eyes or optic nerves. However, Musk's comments on the project reveal a far more transformative goal. He envisions blind sight not merely restoring traditional sight, but creating a new kind of perception altogether, capable of perceiving wavelengths like infrared or ultraviolet, thereby enabling superhuman vision. This is the progression from a medical miracle to a human upgrade, from curing a disability to expanding human potential, a fundamental tenet of the transhumanist movement. To properly understand the concerns surrounding Neuralink, we must now turn to the source material, the prophecy in the Book of Revelation. The mark of the beast is one of the most misunderstood and sensationalized symbols in Christian eschatology, but a careful reading reveals specific, detailed elements that must be considered. The prophecy explicitly states that the mark is received in their right hand or in their foreheads. Theologically, this location has been consistently interpreted as a symbol of spiritual allegiance in both thought and action. The forehead represents the mind, the source of one's beliefs and intentions, while the right hand represents one's actions and work. The mark signifies a total submission of the self, both inwardly and outwardly, to the beast. Here, the parallels with Neuralink become undeniable. The N1 implant is surgically placed in the head, and its function is to record and decode a person's neural activity, their very thoughts and intentions. The technology literally links the forehead, thought, to the hand, digital action, in a way that has no precedent in human history. The implant, in a profoundly literal sense, represents a technological mark of allegiance to a new system of thought-driven interaction. Revelation warns that without the mark, no man might buy or sell. Historically, this referred to a system of forced worship that led to economic exclusion. In the context of our modern world, the parallel is not a physical blockade, but a technological one. Neuralink's stated goal is to unlock human potential in a future where this technology is widespread and cognitive enhancements become the norm. What happens to those who refuse to get an implant? The research material points to the very real fear of exacerbating existing social inequalities, where a person with a BCI would have a distinct advantage over someone without it. If a future workplace demands cognitive augmentation for peak performance, or if the digital realm becomes the primary sphere of human interaction, a person who chooses not to get a BCI might find themselves cut off from society and its economic systems. This would not be a violent state-mandated persecution, but a gradual, quiet, and almost consensual marginalization that echoes the spirit of the buy or sell restriction. The biblical warning is not just about a specific economic system, but about a system that demands a fundamental choice of allegiance to participate fully in society. The most profound parallel lies in the question of human identity and free will. The mark of the beast is a spiritual signature, a forfeiture of the soul, to an anti-God system. This is the very heart of the prophecy. Brain-computer interfaces, especially invasive ones like Neuralinks, raise fundamental questions about human dignity, personhood, and autonomy. The fear is that the integration of a non-biological, technologically dependent element into the brain could lead to a fundamental change in our identity, raising the question of whether a person could become a cyborg. Theologically, the human brain occupies a place of sanctity, deserving of extreme respect and care because it is the material scaffold for our immaterial nature. A key critique of transhumanism is that it functions with a defective understanding of human nature, wrongly assuming that the essence of a human can be reduced to information that can be upgraded or transferred. The experiences of patients with BCIs have been mixed, offering a glimpse into this potential conflict. While some patients report a new sense of confidence and control, others have expressed feelings of self-estrangement and a loss of identity, where their self-perception is fundamentally changed by the device. This shows that even with a therapeutic goal, the technology can fundamentally alter a person's relationship with their own identity. This investigation has revealed that Neuralink is a technology of profound contradictions. It is both a medical miracle and a philosophical gambit, a symbol of human compassion and a blueprint for transhumanist ambition. It offers hope to the paralyzed while raising fundamental questions about the future of a person's identity and free will. Is Neuralink the mark of the beast? The evidence suggests that it is not. The biblical prophecy describes a global system of spiritual allegiance tied to a specific figure, the Antichrist, who will compel all people to worship him. Neuralink is a technology, not a theological system. However, a careful examination of this technology reveals that it is a highly advanced precursor technology, or an eerily accurate blueprint for what the mark of the beast might look like in a digital age. It embodies the core elements of the prophecy in a way that no technology before it has. It is a potential mark of allegiance to a new man-made vision of humanity placed in the head thought that could enable a person to buy and sell, participate in a technologically enhanced society, all while raising profound questions about the forfeiture of the human soul. The true warning of Revelation is not about a specific piece of technology, but about spiritual fidelity and allegiance. The mark is not something a person is tricked into taking. It is a choice they make, a willing submission to a system that stands in opposition to God. The book of Revelation closes the passage on the mark with a powerful injunction. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast. The call is not to panic, but to think critically and to exercise discernment. In a world of unprecedented technological change, the final choice remains ours. The ultimate battle is not for a person's hand or their forehead, but for their heart. Will we be a people of faith or a people of the beast?